Again, it's a red skin.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Python tips and tricks tutorial series. In today's video, we're going to talk about the slice function in Python, which is a fancy way of accessing elements from a collection. So let us get right into it. So you're probably already familiar with basic index slicing in Python. We have a list, numbers, and these numbers are something like 10, 90, 20, 55, 65, 75, 15, 85, and so on. Just some list. And what we can do in Python is we can go ahead and print, of course, just single numbers. We can say, okay, we want to have the index 3 or something, and then we get the element at position 4, index 3. We can say, okay, I want all the elements from index 3 onwards, so 3 to the end. We get all these elements after and including index 3. I can say, okay, I want all up until index 3 without index 3 included. I can say I want all from index 3 up until index 6 not included, something like that. And I can do all kinds of things like that. I can also say, okay, give me all until the second last element, so up until -2. And this is how we do basic index slicing in Python. We already know that. This is not the trick. The trick is that we can actually use the slice function in order to outsource this indexing to variables. So we can say, for example, let's create a very simple variable here, last 4. And last 4 means I'm interested in the last 4 elements of a list. So what this essentially means is that I create an object that addresses the last 4 elements of a collection, and then I don't have to slice anymore using the slicing that we just talked about, but I can actually go ahead and pass this variable in order to access the last 4 elements. So what I do here is I say slice, and then I pass -4 because I'm interested in the last 4, and then I pass none, which essentially means that we're just going to access the last 4 elements. And now I can go ahead and print numbers last 4. And what happens then is you see that I got 75, 15, and 85. What we passed here is the start index, which is -4, which is the 4th last index, and none means essentially go on until the list is over. I can also pass a specific number here if I'm interested in a stop, but since I'm not interested in a spot, I start in the 4th last position and then go until the end. This is the last 4 slice, so to say. I can also do that with first 4, but then of course I need to do it in a different way. I need to just stop at 4, or I think either 4 or 3. So let's see, print numbers first 4. And yeah, as you can see, the stop is 4, so 4 is not included. The index 4 is not included. And that is what we can do here. Now, there's also another thing that we can do here. We can also specify, for example, a step size. Now, instead of saying I'm interested in the last 4, in the first 4, and something in the middle, I can also say I'm interested in every other element. So I can create every other. So I'm always skipping an element. And what I basically say here is I say I start at 0. I don't provide a stop, so I don't say stop at any index. And the step size is 2. And if I do that, you can see print numbers every other. And when I run this, you can see I get 10, 20, 65, 5, and 85. So 10, 20, 65, 5, and 85, every other element. I can do that with 3 as well, so we don't have to do every other. I can also do every third element, so this, and this. And theoretically, if I have, let's say 95 here, I would also get 95. So we can specify a start, an end or stop, and a step size. And we can do that also with just something. You can name them whatever you want, something, slice, and you can say, okay, always start at index 2 and stop at index 7 or something. And the step size is 2, whatever. And then you say, okay, something. And when we print that, you get 20, 65, and 5 because we start at index 2. This is this one here. We take index 2 and we go up until index 7, but we only take every other element. So we take this one here, but it is index 4. Then we take this one here, which is index 6, and then we have index 7, and the next one would be this one here, but we're not going to take it because it's out of the limits, okay? So this is how you use the slice function in Python. Now, one little side note at the end of this video, we can also do this on strings. So we can say I have my text here, hello world, how are you, or something like that. And I can also apply these here on the text. I can also go ahead and say print my text and say every other, even though it's actually every third. And I would get every third letter. So I would get HL, WL, space, and then WRY, question mark. And this allows for some interesting string slicing as well. If you have a certain pattern that you want to slice the string into, or you have a certain section that you're interested in, you can always do that with the slicing objects here. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something. If so, let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment in the comment section down below. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel in order to see more future videos for free. And if you haven't done it yet, click on the notification bell if you don't want to miss a video, so you can turn on the notification and you get notified whenever a new video is released. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video, and bye.